Oh. Okay, somebody's here. I'm on my embroidery machine. I'm making a coaster. Let me put this bobbin back in. I'm almost done with this one, and I thought I would make another one and do a tutorial on it. It's machine embroidery. I'm doing it on my baby lock, and I'm almost through with it. I'm doing the last step. And I'll be able to show you what it looks like in just a minute. I've already cut the fabric for the placement line for the satin stitch that goes around the edge of the coaster. So it's going to get ready to do the satin stitch now. I did make one. I don't like the way it turned out, but I will show you what I'm doing. I'm doing this one here, Mom Rules. And I don't like the way it turned out, so I thought I would do another one in a different color. I'm doing brown and like a beige, light tan, well, beige color. I thought I would try to do some type of a tutorial tonight. I don't know who's on because I don't see anyone typing anything. I'm on my tablet. So. It's not doing it again. What in the world happened here? I don't know what's going on with my machine tonight. But anyhow, that's what I'm trying to do, and for some reason the top thread just doesn't want to connect with the bobbin thread, probably because my bobbin looks awful. Ugh, it got all tangled up. Let me see if I can find me another green one. I don't have another green one. Great. Alright, well, oh, this looks terrible. I don't know how it got tangled up. go? My bobbin fell in my trash can. There it is. This is my mess. Look at that. I don't know how that happened. But anyhow. Okay, who is on tonight? Let's see here. And when I do my next coaster, because I'm going to do another one for the tutorial, then I will get you down closer to the machine. Alright, I see Deb is on. Alright, let me see if I can't do something about this bobbin. I'm going to have to make another one. Oh boy. I thought I was all ready to start this tutorial for everyone. Let me get this bobbin made up. I like my bobbins, when I'm doing the satin stitch of an applique, I like my bobbin thread to coordinate with the top thread because that shows. Alright, so let me slow this. Alright, so while my bobbin's making, let me see here. Alright, so we just have Deb and we have a second person on. Oh, now it's wanting to do it again. What in the world? My bobbin is messing up when I'm trying to make it. Alright, I'm going to hold on to this thread and maybe I can tighten it up a little bit. There we go. Now I got it going. I just had to hold on to my top thread to tighten it up a little bit here. Let me see. Alright, I think I've got enough bobbin. Yeah, that looks better. Alright. Okay, so we are making a Mom Rules coaster on machine embroidery. And I can't remember where I got this. I think it was one of my free Facebook sites that I've joined. So I'm not sure where I got it, but it won't be free now because they only keep them up for 24 hours for free. But for those of you that just came on, this is what I'm doing, and I'm at the last part of it now. So let's see if I can't get this to go. Let me cut this long thread. I'm doing the satin stitch. Let me start back over again. I'm doing the satin stitch here of the applique. Alright, so we have a Becky Wilkerson. I don't think I've ever met you before, Becky. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers here lately, and it just has my curiosity up. What do some of y'all like to subscribe to my channel for? Is it tutorials? Is it my hauls? Is it a combination of whatever? You know, sometimes I wonder, I says, maybe I'm doing something right, because I keep getting so many people subscribing, which I'm happy about. I'm happy about that. I'm just curious what makes y'all want to subscribe. Me, if it's a good sewing station, you know, like they do tutorials or they give tips or something like that, that's what makes me want to subscribe. And for those of you that didn't see the first coaster I did, you came on after this, this is what I did, but I really didn't like it. And besides, the fabric moved. As you can tell, the fabric moved a little bit. So I might keep this for myself. I don't know. We'll see. I think this second one I'm doing is coming out better. But when I get through with this, then I'm going to put you down to my level. And then I'm going to take you step by step on how to make this coaster. And then I will look on Facebook and find out who is the one that is selling it. I've got some other coasters in here too. And I don't remember which ones I have. And I also went to Bugalina's website because she had a 60% off sale on her designs. So I got a whole bunch of little type well, I guess you call them felties, and you can put them like on bows or whatever. So what I'm going to start doing for my shop is I'm going to start making those headbands for the babies with the elastic and the flowers, and I'm going to start making scrunchies because people come in, do you have the scrunchies? Do you have the baby headbands? And so I'm going to start making those. I have a custom order I need to work on. I'm going to try to get it done Tuesday. Tomorrow is another day at the doctor getting an injection. So, at least they're not too bad. Alright, let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, Deb, did you see my finished picture I did of the coaster? Yeah, I like to learn new things also. Okay, Becky says she always watches and doesn't talk much. I just like sewing videos, even though I can't sew. Oh, you can't sew. You know, I meant to put a unboxing video on yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. But when I got home, I forgot to do it because I bought myself just a little embroidery, inexpensive sewing machine for my shop that I don't have to put in my cart, bring it home, take it out, put it back in, take it back to the shop, and da-da-da. So I got a Brother PE 525. And all it does is straight embroidery. It cost me $282 on Amazon. And it comes with a 4x4 hoop. And it would tell you it uses a 4x4 hoop. But it also uses the 5x7, 6x10, and then a smaller one. And so I got a pack of 3 extra hoops on Amazon to go on this machine. And so it doesn't use a USB stick. It uses a USB cord that you put in the machine and then send it to your laptop, computer, whatever it may be. And then you get your design that way. Well, I think the instructions in the manual are outdated because it's telling me in order for me to download my designs to the machine, I have to go to my computer and then something about saving, what is it? Saving, oh, what is that word? Anyhow, where you would plug in your USB to copy, recovery drive, that's what it is, and copy the recovery drive from my computer into something else, and I can't remember what it was. Well, I couldn't find my computer on my laptop. I have Windows 10, and I couldn't find my computer. And I tried to do a search for it, you know, in the little box down on the bottom where you can put in what you're looking for. I couldn't find it. I went to Control Panel, still couldn't find it. So we have a Brother dealer here in town. And I'm going to call her up, or either I may go by, and I'm going to ask her, how do I do this with Windows 10? And, you know, Brother, they're still selling these machines. They should update their manuals so we will know how to do this, because I'm used to using a USB stick. Okay, it is done. So let me go ahead and pop it out, because I use tearaway, so we can just pop this sucker out. Just like this. Look at that. And I just need, you know, I need to do a little trimming, but there you go. Do a little trimming, cut the threads. There's the back of it. And what's showing out is the batting, because it doesn't call for to put batting in the middle, but I do anyhow for a little extra moisture. Okay, so, and there you go. See how easy that was to pop it out? I love tearaway. You know, some people, they'll tell you to use medium weight or whatever. I use tearaway because it's so much easier. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a coaster. So let me get some more tearaway here. And where's my scissors? There they are. I've got all my supplies behind my tablet here. I've got my fabrics and all that. So I like the way that turned out. Where's my coaster? I like the colors on that. I wasn't sure about that orange with the yellow on the bottom, but I think I sort of like that with the blue in the middle. I really like that. I'm going to find out whose design this is, and I will try to put it in the in this video, because when I do live videos, I notice that they go into my video. Here, let me do it this way. I notice they go into my video section where I do my other videos. So anyhow, I'm sure that you all know how to do the stabilizer in the hoop. You have to get it good and tight. And this is not the way to do it. You don't do it on your machine, but I don't have any space on my cutting table because you have to do it on a flat surface. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down here. I don't have anything to set you on. Let me see. You know what? Let me see. What do I have here? All right, let me bring this cart over here. I can set you on that. Bring this cart around here. Whoops, I've got stuff that wants to fall. Be there in just a minute. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is my rolling cart with my drawers in it. Alright, let me set you here. Alrighty. Let me see if I can get you squeezed in. I don't have a lot of room in here. Let me see, move my ironing board. Let's see if I can get you squeezed in so you can see a little bit better. I'm trying not to jiggle the camera too much. Okay, I think you can see okay. Alright, so the first thing this machine's going to do, can you see this over here? Can you see my screen with the picture? Somebody tell me. Because I want to make sure you can see the screen before I start. Okay, good. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to do the placement stitch, okay? So that's the first thing that's going to happen, and it's going to just make a circle on the paper. And I'm using tearaway stabilizer again. Uh-oh, my thread's not working again. It says to rethread. Okay. I don't know what's going on. This is that cheap thread that I got from Thread Art, and I hate it. And no, this is the Silky. I'm surprised Silky's doing this. I thought I was using the Thread Art thread. Anyhow, I don't like that stuff, and I'm trying to get it used up. All right, let's try it again. Wait a minute. Let's start from the beginning. Oh, let me show you something while I'm thinking about it. This button down here where you see the needle, minus sign, slash, plus sign, if you need to go back a couple of stitches or whatever, you push on that. And this is on pretty much all the machines. And you just go back to the beginning by pressing the I press 100 minus. Or you could just click this spool up here with the minus sign next to it and just do that. And then you're back to the beginning. So there's two ways that you can do it. Alright, now let's see if it'll do anything. Recheck the thread. It keeps telling me to recheck the thread. I'm sorry about this. You know what? I'm trying to do a tutorial and it seems like the machine wants to act up. What else is new? Okay, let's try it again. And I'm using green because that's what I'm going to use for the appliquing part anyhow. Alright, now it's going around. And I'm sorry if it's a little noisy. Can everybody see this okay? Alright, so the next thing we have to do is I'm going to put the batting on. And I'm going to put a piece of fabric on. So, let me get me some fabric. Let me get some batting. Oh, everything wants to fall. Sorry for the jiggly. I'm trying not to touch the stand. Alright. So I'm going to use the same color fabric I did before. And I just roughly cut a piece. Because it doesn't really matter because you're going to trim it up anyhow. You just need it to cover that circle. Alright, so I'll cut me a piece like this. And I can cut it down a little bit more. So let's do that. So I'm cutting it in half. Alright. Then I need to cut a piece of batting. And this is my batting right here. Let's see. This is 100% batting. This is what I use for everything. Anytime I need batting, this is what I go to. Alrighty, so let's put, you put the batting on first. Let me trim this up a little bit. Alright, you put the batting on first and make sure you cover that circle up. And then you put your fabric on. And I'm using a fat quarter. That's what I'm using. So you don't need much to make this coaster. Okay, and some people, they tape it down. Me, it's going to do another circle. So I'm just going to hold it like this while it's going around. And over here, it shows you everything that it's getting ready to do. So right here, it's showing me it's going to do another circle. And then when this is done, then I get my applique scissors and I trim it up. We don't put the back piece on until the end of this. So when I'm done with all the words and everything, that's when I put the back piece on. Because you don't want the words and the design and all to show through your back piece. And you see how I'm holding it? I'm just holding it and being very careful not to get my hand around that needle. But I've done this so many times, you know, holding down fabric, because I think this is what they call, oh, what's that word? I can't think of it. Oh, hold on. I see it's getting ready to bunch up. See, that's why I hold my hand down, because I don't want it to bunch up. Alright, now we can continue. Okay. Now, I'm going to get my applique scissors. Where did I set those at? Where did I put them? There they are, down here. Alright, I'm going to get my applique scissors. And I'm going to trim it up around here. So let's see if I can do this without laying it on my lap. And I separate the pieces, so I'm going to cut the fabric first and then I'll go back and I'll do the batting. It's hard to get to the edge, and when I can't get to the edge very well, then I go back with my little scissors because they're small enough where I can get to the edge and trim it up better. But I really don't have to worry about this part until later on, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of this now. Batting wants to keep getting in the way. Come on now. I love to do this stuff. I'm going to, I don't know if I like this brown with the colors that I did before, but I'm going to keep it that way because I like to have at least 6 coasters to sell of the same color and everything. Here, let me set this on my lap. I'm having problems here. I'm going to go back later and I'm going to trim this up when it gets close to the time I need to put the back piece on. But I just want to get this out of the way for right now. Now I'm cutting the batting. I decided for these talks I would try to do some type of a tutorial. And I was making these coasters tonight, and I said, you know what, that's what I'll do. So we went house hunting today, and I saw a house that I just fell in love with, but it's on a lake, and there's 200 alligators in that lake. I says, no, that's okay. I'm scared of alligators. I've never seen one, and I don't want to see one. Okay, take this thread off. Alright, so the next thing it's going to do is you see this yellow right here, these 2 lines? It's going to do that. And where's that? Alright, so I did blue. So I'm going to put my blue on. And now I'm getting ready to use that cheap thread art stuff. I'm trying to get it used up, so I've got my good thread in my shop. Alright, and then we put this back on, and rethread it. So now I don't have to worry about packing up this machine anymore. That makes me happy, because I have my industrial sew machine, and I says, well, I've got this industrial machine if I need to sew anything. So okay, so what it's going to do is going to start from this side here. It's going to go over, it's going to go up that side and then back down. And it's just going to do like a placement line, because then I'm going to put on a piece of that tan color over the placement line. Where did I put that? Here we go. Let me cut me a piece, because you just need a small piece. Okay, and see, that's about the size I got. That's probably too big, but it's okay. Okay, I'm going to take it off so you can see the placement line. See that? That's what the placement line looks like. So now I'm going to get ready to cover it like this. So alrighty, and I'm going to hold it down again. Floating, that's what it's called. This is called floating. I knew I would think of it. I did a tutorial, probably a few months ago, and someone told me that they really liked that they could see all the detailing that I did. So that's what gave me this idea. Oh, I just dropped my spool of thread. Okay, now you're going to trim again, because then it's going to do the satin stitch around it. So you need to get as close as you can. And I have these scissors that I'm using. I got these off Amazon too. So I'm trying to get as close to it as I can. And what part I don't get real close, I use my little thread scissors and trim up around the edges. Okay, where are they at? There they are. Sorry for my arm in the way. So let me trim this up because it's got to be good and close because the satin stitch is going to be going by. Come on now. Here we go. It's hard when you're trying to rush to do something. Okay. So I've got a lot that I need to trim up close because I was trying to do it in a hurry. Because I know that maybe somebody might say, well, I'm getting tired of just sitting here watching, so I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. Like as if I did my speed thing on my movie maker where I edit my videos. And for those of you that don't know, I am on my tablet tonight. See what I'm doing? I'm trying to get as close as I can with these little scissors, and they really get good and close. So I'll try to do like a rough cut, but try to get as close as I can with the applique scissors, then I'll go back with these. I hate these fat quarters from Walmart. I am not buying any more because they fray so bad. So I am not buying any more Walmart fat quarters. This is the Waverly. And it's just, look how bad it's fraying. And I have to keep going back, and I have to keep trimming. Alright, now I need to go back and trim the threads. Alright. I think that's the best I'm going to get it. Alright, so now it's going to go in and it's going to do the satin stitch, and I'm going to do it in blue again. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's doing the ruler. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to do the satin stitch, but it's doing the ruler. Okay. It'll do the satin stitch after this part. Let me see if I can get my thread because I need that for the end. Okay, so now it's doing the numbers, and it does 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it just did the 2, now it's doing the 3. This has 10 different steps on it. I did some embroidering yesterday at the shop. I can't remember what I made. What was it? Oh, Valentine treat bags. And they turned out so cute. They had a little window on them, and one had a heart, and one said "I love." No, one said "love." Maybe it said. Maybe it did say "love you." Anyhow, and okay, now it's going to get ready to do the satin stitch along the line here. So anyhow, they turned out really cute, and they're in the shop, and it's like a drawstring bag. And I put a ribbon, and the design has doing buttonholes, and I put a ribbon through it. It turned out really cute, and so I had some Ziploc sandwich bags, and I put little candy in the bags. But I didn't get them done in time to sell them, so I'll still put them out, and maybe somebody will buy one next Thursday. I don't know. And somebody came in, went straight to the baby stuff that I sewed, the bibs and the burp cloths and all. And I guess she was in there once before, and she went straight to what she wanted. I'm sorry for the jiggling. And so anyhow, she knew exactly what she wanted. I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted keeping my eye on this. I don't have anybody on right now, but I'll keep doing the live chat just in case somebody decides they want to come on. I don't want to stop in the middle of this anyhow, so I'll just pretend that I'm talking to someone. So now let's get ready to do the satin stitch on the top. Then after that, it's going to do the mom rules. It's going to do mom first, and then it's going to do rules. I thought this was a cute design. But anyhow, I thought those treat bags came out real cute. Joanne Fabrics, they had their Valentine candy half price, and I'm sure you saw it in my haul video. And I used the one that had the candy, you know, the sweetheart candies. Well, matter of fact, that's what I had in my shop to put in the sandwich bags, to put in these treat bags, was the sweetheart candies. I got those from the Dollar Tree. Okay, it's toward the end now. The next thing is come on this one and see how it looks, because I really didn't like that orange too well. Sorry for my arm being in the way. There goes my thread again. Alright. And, oh, I meant to tell you, when you're doing machine embroidery or either regular sewing, cut your thread up here and then come down here at the needle and pull it out, because your tension is up in here. You don't want to mess with your tension in your machine, because if you do, you're going to mess your machine up, and then you're going to have problems with your tension. So I never ever pull my threads out this way. I cut them here and I pull them this way. I learned that on one of those sewing tips videos on YouTube. And see, I never knew that, and I always did it, you know, just pulling it out that way. And now I've just automatically, that's what I do. Okay. Now put this back on, and we're going to do mom. And this is going to take 2 minutes. We have 3 more steps to do. The next step is going to do the word rules. Then the next step after that is going to do the placement stitch for the back piece. And then we're going to trim the back piece for the applique. And I'm going to finish trimming up the front piece. And then the satin stitch for around the edge of the circle, and then it's done. So that's 2, 3, 6, about. Alright, now we have 8 minutes until this is done. So let's see, what's it getting ready to do? Mom. We did mom. Rules. Okay, so we're going to do rules. And again, as you can see, I'm cutting the thread from up here. And I pull it this way. That way I don't mess up my tension. I sure don't want to get this thing taken to the dealer and have him fix my tension. Okay, so I think I'm going to do, what color do I want to do? I wonder what a pink would look like. No, I'm going to do white. I'm going to do white. Okay. I'm looking for my white bobbin. Here we go. And if anyone is interested, these bobbins I got off Wish, they work perfect on my machine. They're really nice. All right. Now we're going to do the word rules. And this is going to take 2 minutes. Cuddles, no. My cat. She's got a ribbon over there. Stop it. Playing with one of my ribbons. Okay, 3 more letters. I had this on 850 stitches per second, I think it is. Yeah, second. That's the fastest this machine will go, is 850 per second. I could sit in my sewing room all day and all night, do nothing but sew and embroider. I love it. I love to create. Somebody, she sells art that she paints at this flea market, and she's always telling me that I'm an artist because I'm creative. I says, well, I'm just using other people's designs and patterns. You know, it's not me. It's the people that I buy this stuff from. Okay, now it's going to do a placement circle, but we need to put a piece of fabric on the back here. So let me get some fabric. We're going to do the tan again. And again, I'm just rough cutting. Okay, and get my tape, because I'm going to tape it down so it doesn't move on me. And I don't know what I did with my tape. It's up here somewhere. Sorry for my arm again. Where's my tape? Where did I put my tape? Oh, everything's falling on the floor. Stop falling. Where is my tape? Well, where did I put it? I don't know where my tape is. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't do this without the tape. I need to change to green. Alright. Ouch. Okay, get my green, which is over here. Well, I see that a couple of people come on and then they see what I'm doing, so maybe y'all are interested in this type of thing. So, I need to figure out what we can do on our live chats. Or do you just like the chatting part? Do you like to just, you know, talk about whatever we come up with? I thought that it would be different to do a tutorial, but nobody's staying on. So, right. Maybe I won't do tutorials anymore on our live chats. But I'm almost done with this one. I just don't want to stop in the middle of it, even though I don't have anyone on. Come on. I don't know where my tape is. I really need it. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I need to trim some of these threads on the back. But what I'm going to get ready to do now is I'm putting my tan fabric on the back. And I'm going to have to float it because I can't find my tape. But I'm trimming up all of my threads on the back right now so they don't show through too much. I like everything to be neat, especially if I'm going to sell something. And if I can ever decide on colors that I like. Let's see, that's see-through. I'm going to have to cut me another piece. Then I can actually make some that I'm going to sell, but I haven't figured on a bunch of colors that I like yet. Alright, so I'm cutting me another piece of fabric because this fabric is so thin. This is the cheap Walmart stuff. So yeah, I have to use 2 pieces to hide it, because if not, you're going to see this. Okay. Alright. I don't like doing this without my tape, but it's here somewhere. Alright, make sure they're both under there good. I think so. And if I hold down on it, maybe it'll be okay. So now it's going to stitch the placement circle so we can do the appliquing. And then after this, it's got one more step and it's done. And maybe I won't do the satin stitch because that'll be the last stitch, because that'll take 6 minutes. This will take 1 minute. And I'm holding down on it real good, so hopefully it won't move around too much on the bottom. Yeah, it looks like it's doing okay because I can see it through the paper. Okay, now I need to trim up the back piece. Alright, I'm going to keep this thread here. So, I'm going to cut my threads so I can get it off, because I am going to use that same color. But I need to come back here and I need to trim this up. So get my applique scissors. Picture these right here. I'm going to do this real quickly. And like I said, the satin stitch is going to take 6 minutes. So I don't think y'all want to stay on for 6 minutes and watch the satin stitch, because you know what it's going to do anyhow. But just wanted to show you what this is going to look like once I get it trimmed up and cut this excess fabric off. And I'm going to have to go in and I'm going to have to get my small scissors and trim it up even more. But I can do that when we're off. But anyhow, that's what I just did. And I'm going to take my small scissors and I'm going to go around here and trim it up. Cut this thread off a little bit. And then I'm going to go around here and trim this stuff up with my little scissors also. Okay, so other than that, it's going to do the satin stitch. It's going to go around here when I do all that. It's going to do that, the satin stitch, and then that. And it's going to turn out to look like this. And this I need to trim up around the edges because that's batting showing through. So other than that, that's what it's going to turn out to be. I will try to find this on Facebook, and I'm going to have to do some digging because that's where I got this design. I got it free on Facebook. So I'm going to look and try to find it, and then I will put it in the description of this chat thing. Okay, well, I see one person is on, whoever you are. I hope you have a good day or a good night whenever you're watching this. Please subscribe and click my like channel and leave comments and questions. And I guess that's it for this live chat. All right, bye-bye for now, and I'll see you next Sunday. And we won't do any more tutorials because I found out that y'all don't really care for the tutorials. So we will just do regular chats from now on. All right, I thought I'd just try something new. Bye-bye.